Hey all, Decubot here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Last time we started up the Alliance raids for the Stormblood series, Return to Ivalice. And big shout out to James Haddon for helping clarify a lot of things going on in this series, because it's all about Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy XII, two games that I have very little and pretty much no memory of whatsoever. I don't think I've ever actually played the original Tactics. I might have seen some videos of it, but I've never played it. 12, barely, if at all, never made it very far. But James put a flipping novel in the comments of the last video, so please, seriously, give this guy some props. He has gone above and beyond for this one. The short version is, yes, the boat is indeed the boat from 9. The two characters I thought were the main characters of Tactics are, and Orisight does not work quite the same way as it does in the 14 world. Honestly, I think the 14 world's version is a lot scarier. Ugh. But anyway, it's time to pick back up with Uninvited. Oh, lovely.
Decubon, where in the world have you been?
I've been standing right here.
Did you not receive Alma's summons? Principal Exante's research into the Orisight may finally have borne fruit. We must hurry to the Prima Vista before they embark on some grand and perilous adventure without us.
Yeah, we can't have that. I see Daddy's looking a little better. Last time he was on his ass when we saw him.
Decubon, Lady Muriah, thank you for answering my summons. Master Garland was kind enough to send for an Archon from Sharlayan, and I thought it only right that you be present to hear her findings.
Oh. Kryl? Y'shtola? Someone new? I mean, come on. To be frank, summoning Mikoto was more Y'shtola's idea. Oh, Mikoto. I simply came along to see what light she could shed on this mystery. Hi there. Your face we've not seen.
I am Mikoto of House Jimba, a Doman, though my years in Sharlayan have made me a stranger here. You must be Decubon Let's Play, fabled liberator of men, slayer of false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller.
I wonder if she'd say that if I was an Elezen and 8 feet tall. The Orisight fragment, lovely.
Let us speak of the crystal.
She does not like whatever it is.
Ahem.
Oh, sorry, wrong voice. The Oitis, one of but many Orisight shards that aided noble Delita's rise to Regent. The Otis, huh?
My apologies. The Oitis is no ordinary crystal, even discounting its obvious historical importance. The specimen is more than a simple manifestation of elementary aspected energies. It is rather an etherical lodestone, whose facilitation of both the absorption and transmission of distinct frequency NRR-type harmonic vibrations has been observed to promote ethereal amplification.
You want to run that by us again in English? Holy crap!
The resultant neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly unique emittance of CPRS waves that, instead of radiating outward with the determinate factor of dispersal, instead resonate inward at a frequency so labored, my estimate places the rate of VRT decay at upwards of several centuries. Though, I must admit I lack sufficient varieties to complete a truly comprehensive graphical assessment.
Okay, you are definitely a nerd. I have no problem with that. While that explanation may elicit admiring nods from your professors at the academy, it will earn you only blank looks here. Take a deep breath and try again. This time in a language those of us without the echo might comprehend. Wait, she has the echo?
Oh, my apologies. I merely thought...
I know you want to be thorough, but we seriously need layman's term here. Apologies will see us no nearer to an answer. A simpler explanation will.
I don't know if I could dumb it down enough, though. Simpler, right. Ether is not only the building block of all things material, but those immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings, one's very will are all understood to be ethereal phenomena, and can be measured as such. Unlike most crystals, which only can emit elemental energies, Auracite is tuned not only to absorb ether, but ether specific to the immaterial.
So it's like, so as opposed to being tuned to elements, it's tuned to the thoughts. Interesting.
That ether is then stored and multiplied within its crystalline confines until external stimuli precipitate release.
Well, that is a scary stone. Try again. I don't know, I kind of got most of it.
Under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can become imprinted upon the Auracite and stored until fermentation, at which time the desire becomes manifest.
Fermentation? Poof, appears, dude, seriously. What my studious young friend is trying to say is that the Oitis takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality. Shit.
Yes, that is simpler. You may choose to think of it as a process akin to that of summoning a primal.
Oof. But please don't say that.
There being one marked difference. Primal summonings require a supplemental energy source, such as a horde of elementally charged crystals. Auracite, on the other hand, has the capacity to serve as its own source of power.
Whoa. Okay, there's some implications there. Summoning without needing an external power source. Does that mean that the entity doesn't need to bleed the land of ether in order to continue existing? Or, I assume the other thing, the whole enthrallment, maybe that's outside their range too. Well, shit. That makes these Auracite really valuable and really scary at the same time. Solid summoning foci are always dangerous. We know from the Durai papers that Argath was never king of Ivalice. He was slain in battle during the War of the Lions. Which, yes, is the story of Final Fantasy Tactics, as is the Zodiac Brave Saga.
Yet the Argath encountered during the recent expedition carried himself as if he had been crowned regent. I believe this was merely the Auracite in his possession realizing his desire to rule.
Yeah.
I am informed that he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. It's as if the programmers didn't add any extra lines to him. If that is the case, it is possible that it was not actually Argath who uttered them, but the Auracite itself.
Ooh. Wait, are you saying this thing has a will? If the Durai papers are accurate, Argath was a weakened petty noble who believed that his blood entitled him to power. The Auracite took that belief and twisted it into the abomination Decamon put to the sword.
Then, you are saying that crystal could prove a threat?
Oh yeah. Definite threat. The Auracite Alma, and not necessarily. Ramza seemed to fare well enough. There's no record of the young regent being manipulated by the artifacts he gathered. In the hands of the just, the Auracite should prove harmless, even beneficial. Yeah, I bet in the hands of the protagonists, these were basically just summon bombs they could use. To paraphrase, it is not the weapon that kills, but the one who wields it. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh yes, it was Emperor Galvus' justification for taking the marvels of Magitech and applying them to the manufacture of arms. Where, after all, was the harm if it allowed him to bring order to the three great continents? Oof. Yeah, Cid is definitely not going to be fond of letting this Auracite out of his sight.
You draw an intriguing parallel, Master Garland. The properties of these crystals are so singular, I do begin to wonder if they, like Magitech, are products of science and not nature. That they were created by someone to...
To what, be summons?
But who? What manner of person would even be capable of such a feat?
Hello? Someone ringing up Cid? Okay. What's up, Sid? Now that is an interesting question, the answer to which I look forward to hearing. Regrettably, I have pressing matters to attend elsewhere. Fear not, however. Mikoto's insight will prove far more beneficial than anything I might accidentally contribute. Good day to you all. Probably have to go deal with Omega again at this point in the story. Man, those are noisy doors. You really think it's safe to just hold that thing?
What I don't understand is,
Yes.
if the Duma was imprinted with our guest's deepest desires, then whose desires are rattling about inside the Oitis?
Ooh.
I had the self-same question, and thus conducted a thorough inspection of the crystal upon my arrival. The results were inconclusive. Traces of ethereal activity were present, but to all intents and purposes the vessel was empty.
Oh, we got a blank.
Empty? But what of the voices I heard?
You did not mention any voices.
Voices? I heard nothing of the sort. The only voices you heard, Alma, were in your stubborn head. Ramza, why won't you? Shall we speak of voices then? What of yours, Alma? Our resident voice of dissent. You have done naught but question the wisdom of our research from the moment we left Garlemald. Why do you put your petty worries above our family's calling? No, I would never. You would never? Then why involve a gossip monger, a goody two-shoes, and this flying mole?
Flying mole? Flying mole?
Please tell me you can see that.
There's a Moogle in our midst. Oh. And everyone can see him. That's very unusual for Moogles. Okay. Why suddenly Moogle?
Am I interrupting? Oh, please do go on. My acceptance into your fine troops ranks can wait. I do all have set their peace, Cooper. Gods, get this puffball. Mortblack. The name is Mortblack.
Wait, what? No flipping way. Okay, Montblanc I do know, although, to be fair, the Moogles in Ivalice look very different from the Moogles in 14.
Denizen of Dalmasca's deserts, seeker of thrills, adventurer extraordinaire. But you may call me Mortblack, Cooper.
Oh.
Dalmasca has long since known as a melting pot for myriad cultures, where minor races such as the Sikh, the Banga, and the Vera might live in relative harmony with Hure, Allison, and others.
Ooh. We're gonna get the Sikh and the Vera involved. I mean, at least I know those races.
Yet, there is no record of a prominent Moogle population.
Well, Moogles tend to be invisible for the most part.
Most likely because we are neither prominent nor populous. My people are nomadic by nature, ever drawn to the elusive frontier and the freedom she promises, Kupo. Moogle? Of course I'm a Moogle, Kupo. You'd think the adorable wings and its fluffy palm would have given it away. Now, about my admission to the Majestic... Oh, no. I will allow no such thing. The Majestic is the Empire's premier theatre company. We will not sully its good name by granting refuge to a fluttering ball of fur. And furthermore, how in the world did this abomination board the Prima Vista in the first place?
Oh, now you made him upset. By means of his wings, were I to guess. As for his admission to our company, I do not seem to recall race, creed, or allegiance on my list of prerequisites. Do you?
No, Father.
Besides, it's definitely Daddy's call. Very well then. Montblanc, what is it exactly that calls you to the stage? Our stage. Well, he cheered up in a hurry.
What else? The Zodiac Brave story, Koopa! Never before have I witnessed something so amazing, so moving. Sitting, technically hovering there in the audience as the story unfolded around me, I knew I was witnessing something special, something positively transcendental, Koopa. It was then that I realized that I either had to be a part of it or go to my grave a bitter and broken Moogle.
Damn. Hell of a binary choice, man. Hi. Can I help you?
Was this realization before or after you swore you simply had to become the realm's greatest marauder, Kupo?
Oh my god, they're multiplying!
Eddie, how did you?
Our little cast of characters is growing.
Perhaps you'd have more success at running away if you didn't reveal your grand designs to every other fool you happen to meet, Kupo. Was it not but 2 nights ago you took up the axe, Kupo? Now, here you are professing your passion for the stage before carving giving you a single notch in your haft. Do you not remember, to he who churns the butter goes the sweetest bread? But how is it one to savor such buttered bread if his head is in the belly of a fearsome beast? You accused me of giving up when I merely came to the realization that continuing would end in failure. Only through a change of course could I reach my final destination, Kupo. And that destination is what? Murmur? I saw it as not Geomancer, Arithmetician, Templar.
These are some pretty obtuse classes, and yes, I have seen a class list for tactics, and I do remember seeing all these on there.
Do not bother answering, Kupo. We all know you'll be singing a different tune come cockcrow.
Oof. What, so he's varied in his jobs?
That is where you are mistaken, Eddie. I was destined to be a thespian. I can feel it in my fur. The role of the leader was made for me, Kupo.
Ay.
Kupo, enough! The actors in our company trained at the Empire's finest institutes. They represent the pinnacle of the profession, not only in Garlemald, but across the entire world. A vagrant bat mole like you can never hope to share a stage with such artists, let alone play the part of a hero like Delita. You yourself admitted you were too craven to face a solitary beast. How do you imagine you would fare against a pack of theater critics? Any troupe would need proof of valor before it could even consider.
Oh, now you've upset him.
Craven? Call me a cheater, call me a cur, but do not, sir, call me Craven. I accept your challenge. Slay but one foul beast by mine own hand, and the Majestic Theatre Company will accept me into its ranks, Kupo. Wait, I issued no such... Oh, damn. You were all here witnesses, Kupo. When I returned with the head of a terrible beast in my gore-stained hands, you will be honor-bound to welcome me, Montblanc the Murmur, into the fabled ranks of the Majestic. Good day. Wonderful. What do we do now? What do? We do nothing. If the Batmole wishes to throw himself on the horns of a stampeding zoo, I will not stand in his way. I believe the proper term of derogation is Melbat, and I should warn you, Moogles do not take kindly to those who use it. Why must you always put yourself above others, brother? Did you learn nothing from Argath's wretched example? Montblanc would never have set off on this fool's errand had you not made this challenge. If anything forebodes my brother, his blood will be on your hands.
Brother? Well, shit.
Decamon, you are the only one among us capable of locating Montblanc and preventing disaster. On behalf of my brother, please, I beg your assistance.
Fine. It's not like I don't have an alliance raid to get to. Seriously?
My brother can be rather simple-minded when it comes to such matters. Thinking to impress the Warrior of Light and his companions, Montblanc would likely choose the scene of your recent exploits to prove his worth. Meaning Rabanasta, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon my language, but that Ramza really is an incurable little prick, is he not?
I can't believe you just said that! I can't believe I just said that. Wow.
How dare he speak to his sister and the Moogle in that matter? I couldn't decide which was worse, the things he said, or the way the principal sat back and let him say them. But I suppose that is none of our concern. For now, let us concentrate on the task at hand, finding that Moogle before he does something we'll all regret. What say we start nearby? Pier 2, perhaps?
Ay. Huh. Interesting. I actually have a choice? Well, here's the interesting question. Do I want to do Lena's voice more, or do I want to do Purdy's voice more? I think I like Lena's better, to be honest.
The Falcon Porter tells us that he sent a traveling blacksmith away to Yorkshire not to build past. And why would that be of interest to us to ask? Because said peddler of iron and steel was seen to be carrying a bag stuffed to the brim with, and I quote, albino mole fur and purple bat wings.
He stowed away to Yorkshire? You rapscallion.
Mont Blanc! Not that we look like that, Kupo. The quickest route into Dalmasca is via the One River and its western tributaries. If Mont Blanc is found for Rabanasta, he'll seek passage from the Glittering Basin.
Where is this that you're asking me to go to? Oh, that's a long flight. Well, thankfully I was able to make that a lot shorter trip by simply going to the Doman Enclave and, oh my god, Mont Blanc! Red Chocobos? How dare you Red Chocobos attack my Mont Blanc? Whew, finally. Man, those things were tanky. Seriously, Mont Blanc?
Mont Blanc, what were you thinking? Have you any idea what you put your brother through? He has been worried sick. Both Hurdy and Ramsar were right all along. I'm a failure, a flop, a flirty-flapping foppish failure, Kupo. How can I play the part of a hero if I cannot even ruffle the feathers of a single measly bird?
To be fair, like I said, them birds were beefy. Those took a good long few seconds to fight.
The audience would see right through me like the spineless jellyfish that I am. Now wait, Mont Blanc. Not everyone can be a hero. Not even most heroes. Yes, the bard singer the man who deals the final blow, but what of his cadre of loyal companions? Do you think Delita united Ivalice on his own? Do you think Decamon here was alone when he liberated Alamigo?
Oh, hell no. I had plenty of bodies with me. You're never alone on the battlefield. Not all wars are won on the front lines. That is very true.
But of course they are not. Every campaign needs its brilliant architect, the mastermind who moves the pieces across the board. I, Mont Blanc, can be that mastermind.
Well, he bounces back fast.
Well, that was quick. Let us not dwell on the details. The day is saved, and Mont Blanc has escaped sans scratch or sink to so forth. We shall return to the Prima Vista before our luck runs out.
Yeah. What the hell are Red Chocobos even doing around here anyway? Alright. Crew is back. Mont Blanc is safe. And oh fudge! You bastards are here. Shit. Please! This is a ship of peace!
Release my sister, or you will answer to me. And the cat's away.
Put that damnable thing down, Ramsar. You're not helping matters. Besides, it's a prop. We have no quarrel with you or yours. We only seek aid in finding our leader, Bahamnan. Oh, Bahamnan's missing?
You seek our help? You who threatened to kill my father, who stole his work and made fools of us all? Never!
Silence, Ramsar. They have Holma. We will hear what they have to say. Oh, the book. As I said, we have no quarrel with you. We only did what was necessary to secure an audience. We surrender our weapons and offer your journal as an act of good faith. Oh shit. This is very unexpected. There you go, good. Alma, it's all right. You can walk back over, there you go. Jesus. Yeah, you two are definitely actors. So much drama in that little pose there. This is all rather a lot to digest, but your claims do coincide with what we have learned about the Orosite. That is true.
You're saying that Crystal did something to our captain?
Oh yes, I'm sure it did.
After being emptied of Arkath's will, the Duma sought that of another to sate its appetite for ether.
So what, it sucked his soul out?
You're saying that Crystal ate our captain? Not his body, no. Only his soul.
Oh yeah, that's so much better.
His soul? Wait, do we even have those?
Tell me, what in your opinion was your leader's deepest desire? What was it that he longed for above all else in the world? I mean, the big guy's probably his brother, so he would know best.
Why waste your breath reasoning with these lizards? They showed themselves for the beast they are when they put a knife to your throat. There's more bats, now lizards. This one's tongue is pure poison.
Damn, that's a scary look. He just hides behind me.
The boy can call us what he pleases. For our past failings, we deserve no better.
Your failings?
30 summers have come and gone, yet not a night goes by that I do not wake and sweat at the memory.
Eh?
We were Fusiliers in the Damascan army, stationed in the royal stronghold at Nalbina.
Nalbina Fortress was reputed to be impenetrable. Its fall to the 4th Legion proved a turning point in the Imperial campaign, dealing a crushing blow to Dalmascan morale, and ultimately marking the beginning of the kingdom's end. Shit.
Bagarman was our captain, and once it was clear the day would not be ours, Prince Brasler, commander of the garrison at Nalbina, tasked him with one final mission. Our unit was to escort His Highness's twin sister, the Princess Ashelia, away from the fortress and thence to safety. But things did not go as planned.
Imperial ambush?
I still remember the words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arms, but a stone's throw from where the Garmasite waterway drains into the sea. Even as the fog of death descended upon her, she smiled and told us, the very people who had failed her, to survive. For as long as even a single Dalmascan stood, our nation would never truly perish.
Shit. Yeah, that would be enough to give anyone the cold sweats.
But it should not have been us who survived. By failing to protect our charge, we betrayed the princess and her memory, and brought shame upon our race. So yes, we are not but cold-blooded lizards deserving of whatever scorn you deign to heap on us.
Oof. There are too many characters in this group and too many bloody voices to try and keep track of, so I apologize that they're all starting to bleed together.
I think we may safely assume a deep-seated hatred towards the invaders of his homeland, coupled with self-loathing, born from a sense of powerlessness. The darkness that lurks in the heart of Bagarman is a little different from that which drove Argath, the self-same emotions that were to nourish the Duma.
Wait, are you saying all this resentment's gonna turn him into a super demon?
Stop speaking in riddles, Shadian.
She's saying your brave captain will eventually turn into a monster, or the more of one.
Guardian lies. What they say is true. If we do not find Bagarman and the Duma soon, none of us are safe, present company included. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Any at all?
Oh, I'm sure they have some idea. No, really? No idea. Useless you guys are. Shit. Wait, look at this. Something has been added to the final page of my journal. Rather convenient, that. Yes. Well, are we all just gonna stare at it or somebody gonna read it?
Then, the captain must have put it there. Only he had access to it. Until we found it in the pack he left behind, that is.
And?
Is this Dalmascan? Indeed, it says Ridorana.
Ridorana?
The lighthouse. Why would he write that? And in the old man's journal, no less.
I mean, it's a destination. We could go check it out. Better than nothing.
There is a place on the Volnard Sea, far to the south of Rabanasta, where the ocean tumbles into a gaping maw more than a mile across. The Ridorana Cataract.
Definitely sounds like a place you'd need a lighthouse for.
Legend would have us believe that it is the entrance to the Hell of Water. Many a scholar seeking to prove otherwise has descended into the chasm, some even by airship, but not a one has returned.
Oof. The Hell of Water, that's right. Yeah, there are basically 7 hells in 14 lore. Not something we've ever really gotten into, but hey, you never know. I must admit to knowing little of Ridorana, save that which Lady Picotto shared with us. Before we expend valuable time and resources traveling to so remote a place, I must review my notes and see if there's any mention of the Abyss. We shall send for you as soon as we learn aught of interest. Wait, that's it? That's... Really? Was this part of the same patch? Well shit, we can't just leave it at that. My power, my pleasure, my pain. Ridorana is proving to be quite the enigma. With every answer comes countless new questions. This may take longer than I expected. A second video, perhaps. But you are doubtless eager to know why I requested your presence. Our resident dramaturge mentioned there was something he wished to ask of you. As my work here is far from complete, I wondered if you might not indulge the man while you wait. I mean, which particular dramaturge are we dealing with here? Oh, wandering dramaturge.
There's few so loath to take their rest than venturers without a quest. For shorn of work to give them worth, they soon become a source of mirth.
Quoth the man idling an airship. Adventure will find me in time. Yeah, exactly. Quoth the man idling an airship. I even get a smarmy look when I say that. Oh, touche. I shall leave you to your devices then. What? Okay. Apparently that botches the quest. Well, shit. Apparently I have to give him the right answer. Adventure will find me in time. As it always does.
Oh, but it has, my friend, it has! My colleagues tell me that if one in this land ever needs an item fetched, that you are the man to speak to.
Oh, god dang it. Ah! The Gopher of Light returns.
I find this philanthropic compulsion fascinating, and so, in the interest of research into my next play, let's say, I seek to put said compulsion to the test. Assuming you are game, of course. Bring me a bottle of wine. Ah, but not just any wine. Make it rose-themed, and make it Eorzean. I've had my fill of the bitter blends offered here in the East. Where to start? Oh, if only there was some port where thirsty Eorzeans would fill their wine. Who would surely be there speaking with its foremost blind Ladafel and Vintia, but not here with me.
Yeah, I get it. I know where I'm supposed to go. Wine port. Jesus. This jerk's just lucky I have the power to teleport all over the world. Otherwise, he'd never get his wine.
Soy and spice, sprinkled with the subtle succorn of the steep. You've traveled far, my friend. What is it you seek here in Wineport?
Well, what else? Wine.
A rose-themed wine? You would be hard-pressed to find a wine that did not display some hint of rose, so we can assume that your client was not referring to a desired bouquet. Perhaps a name, or a label, or... oh, a bottle. Yes, I seem to recall a certain vintage rosé sold in crystal bottles, with a single red rose on the label. Alas, I have nothing as rare amongst my personal stock. As for who might, well, there's always Bergalant, I suppose.
Bergalant, man. We are going old school with these references. I haven't seen these guys since the 30s. And by 30s, I mean my 30s quests. There you are, Bergalant. Ha! Only an uncultured fool would select a wine based solely on its bottle. As it happens, however, said fool would be undeservedly rewarded with one of Vilbrand's best wines, were he to select a vintage Sutvajan. I butchered that, I apologize. Not that your client would have the palate to properly appreciate its depths and complexity. But let us dispense with the pretense. You are the fool in question, and do not bother to deny it. A fool who has aimed too high. One of your standing could live 1,000 lifetimes and still not amass the wealth required to purchase even an empty bottle. Dude, I just need a bottle. It doesn't really care what. Oh, price is no object, is it? Even if I believed you, and I do not. I have a reputation to uphold as a vintner and viticulturist. Were my clients to learn I was peddling the choice of my collection to the likes of you, they would never do business with me again. Well, shit, man, just give me a knockoff. Alright, just to see the back of you, I should do you the kindness of directing your steps onto one who might take pity on your plight, assuming he does not find amusement in it. Master Gegaruju of Costa del Sol, but do not tell him I sent you. Gegaruju, that's not a face I wanted to deal with again. Yeah, there he is, still as pampered as ever.
Decumon! It is always a pleasure, and I do mean that. My ladies informed me you come inquiring about a bottle of Sutvianja, but I told them they must be mistaken. Not even you would be foolish enough to think that you could...
Look, man, just give me a knockoff, seriously.
Oh, you are serious. Decumon, you do realize one can purchase an entire estate in mist for the price of a single bottle. Or 5 estates for the price of 5 bottles, which happens to be the number of bottles of Sutvianja I have in my collection. Now, I am not an unreasonable man. Let none say that the venerable Gegaruju does not value a friendship as deep as the one you and I have forged. So, in my boundless generosity, I offered you the opportunity for a trade. A bottle of vintage Sutvijan for a mere magnum of fine Damascus. Eh? Never heard of the stuff, and I thought I was talking to a fellow connoisseur. I pity the poor vintner back in Vineport who have to educate you. Until then, my friend, the offer stands.
This quest is gonna give me a headache. And so the circle of insanity continues.
The Sutvijan, now Damascus wine. Might I interest you in an aged Lomnishan red instead? No, I thought not. Well, then you'll have your work cut out for you. There was a time Damascus wine was fairly easy to procure, even here in Vilbrand. But that was before the Empire raised the better part of the kingdom, vineyards and all. If there are any surviving bottles, it would be those that were exported before the Imperial invasion. Over 30 summers past, though I've not encountered any in a decade or more, either at auction or in private hands. Collectors are covetous creatures. If one were to have somehow acquired a bottle, there's little chance he would willingly part with such a treasure. Which leaves only those brought over by a few Damascus refugees who fled to Eorzea.
Where am I going? Dressed? Oh. Wow, that is definitely a face not heard from in a long time. I have not been to this place in goodness knows how long, but yeah, I remember refugee dressed here.
Can't sleep. They won't let me. The midgets won't let me. They buzz and they scream.
Dude, you alright there? I need to soothe him. Soothe. Where is my soothe? Air quotes, no. Did I pass by it already? Storm salute, no. This is one of those where I just like, there it is, soothe. There you are. Relax, man.
You, I know you. You were here before. You sent away the midges. They came back though. They always come back. They mock me. Tell me I can never go home. I just want to go home. I cannot stand it here anymore.
Oof. Now I have to comfort him. Man, you guys are just making me do all the emoting here. Comfort. I know I saw it. Yes, I could type these in if I really wanted to, but, you know, I'm not a controller. Relax, buddy.
Wine. My wife loved wine. We would drink a glass of Valens every night before sunset. She would always keep the cork. I always thought that odd. What good is a cork? Toss it in the midden heap along with the bottle, I'd say. But she...
Search nearby for an empty wine bottle. Okay. Here we are. Though you find several empty wine bottles amongst the rubbish, one in particular calls out to you. Take it to Shamani Lamani to confirm its origin. This quest is driving me up the wall.
How is dressed? I do hope your visit did not disquiet the poor soul.
Pretty sure he was damn disquieted already.
So, you have brought me an empty bottle. Ah, but what is this? The cork remains in place. That is most fortunate. If an adequate seal was made, there may still be traces of the wine within. May I?
I mean, what else was I gonna do?
Flamboyant, yet elegant. A thought-provoking blend of kukuru beans and cinnamon, with just a hint of... is that rosemary? A veritable kaleidoscope of both opulence and refinement. Long has it been since I last encountered a bouquet of such complexity, yet I recall it as if it were yesterday. Without question, this bottle once held a Damask Le Monde Red by the name of Valence. To think I would have the opportunity to experience it again after so many summers.
Well, maybe you can recreate it.
But I suspect Master Kekiruchi will not be as satisfied with this sniff as I. Now, one without scruples might see the empty bottle as the basis for a ruse.
What the fuck? Haycock, what are you doing here? Oh god, Haycock, seriously, what are you doing here, man?
One man's ruse is another man's keikaku.
Jesus Christ.
Over the years, I have had numerous dealings with the Lord of Costa del Sil, and while he has many things, an expert on wines is not one of them. Not that it would matter if he were. Men of his static invariably find more joy in boasting of their acquisitions than in consuming them. In all likelihood, Master Kekiruchi will never even open the bottle, rendering the provenance of its contents practically irrelevant.
Interesting.
Ah, but where are my manners? These forays back to western climes always bring out the barbarian in me. It is a pleasure to go on. Lest you wonder at my presence here, my employers see promise on the Hingan wine trade, and desire the establishment of a viable route to east and west. I am come to see that plan to fruition. But, returning to your dilemma, I believe that I may be of assistance. I just so happen to have in my possession several sample bottles of Hingan wine, made with grapes similar to those once found in Dalmasca. For a close acquaintance, I would be more than willing to part with one, that he might fill his empty vessel.
You trolley bastard.
But that would be unjust! As a maker of wine, I cannot allow it!
Master Kekiruchi has cons on more of his clients than he can count.
How do you think the man amassed his fortune? By playing fair? Well, that's the world with us, but I am here to tell you it is not. So, is it decided then? We shall employ deceit as our morally justified means to a happy end. Wait! This is a fool's errand.
And what is Hancock, if not a fool? Well, there we are. One suspect bottle.
Let us be glad our quarry is a fool himself.
Ay, 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 what are you people getting me roped into?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go and tell the gentle citizens of Wineport why they should be drinking Hengen. Good day.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe this'll work?
By the gods! You actually found one! A bottle of Damascus wine! Oh, you must uncork it right away!
No, don't do that. The whole bloody point is to not uncork it.
Yes, a lush bouquet of herbaceous dignification, coupled with Eastern undertones and so forth.
He's full of shit! He's legit full of it.
In short, the very epitome of a Damascus red! Yes, you have outdone yourself this time, Dickamon!
Yeah, it was nothing.
And a promise is a promise! Ladies, the bottle of Souvija, if you please.
I have no words. Oh my god, the bottle has Kate Sith on it! That's adorable.
Take whichever you fancy, except for the one with the rose. That is my favorite. Oh, well, whichever you fancy.
He did want rose themed, so I suppose I have to take the rose one. Yep, sorry dude. This has to be the one rose themed. This quest is driving me up the wall. I knew it would. Anyway, time to head all the way back to Kugane. Alright, dude, this better be flippin' worth it.
They say a rose is a rose is a rose.
So tell me, adventurer, is that a rose in your pocket, or are you simply here for small talk? Here, take your damn wine. Satisfied?
A bottle of vintage Suvaja. You never cease to amaze. But what is most amazing is your impeccable sense of timing. Today marks the 12th anniversary of the day I met my dear wife. And if there was one thing she loved more than wine, it was roses. Would that she were here today too. Oh dear. Oh, I just set myself off, didn't I? Ah, but I jest. My wife is very much alive. In fact. You bastard. She's been here with us all along. Darling, would you care to join us? Oh my. Oh, for me? How thoughtful. But did you? Forget the most important gift of all. Of course not. After that sob story he was trying to sell me. Sheesh. Eh? Nani? Do I dare ask what just happened? Bacon bread! The perfect companion to a perfect wine. Oh, my perfect companion. Bacon bread? Oh, darling, I think this might be our best anniversary yet. Had me getting an anniversary gift. You monster! I'm going to kill you! That played out better than I imagined. I suppose I have you to thank, adventurer. Though it was the bacon bread that sealed the... Oh, yes. Is that Principal Genomos I hear calling? Perhaps he's made some progress with his research and requires your assistance. You must not keep him waiting. This quest was pointless. This quest was pointless. What was the point of this besides just wasting my time?